So guys, today I wanted to talk about something that's pretty near and dear to my heart, something that I feel very strongly about when it comes to modern day gaming. And if you feel this way, great, you're not alone. And if you're not, I think you should be. Pretty pissed at this. I think games these days are so fucking overstuffed with filler. It's actually to the point where it's ridiculous. We've got bloated play times, you've got pacing that's literally all over the place, and just fucking bullshit content that's just there for no other reason, just to pad things out. So I think it's screwing players over, but I actually think it's screwing developers as well over too. So let's tear it apart, get into it. What is wrong with gaming today, why it's a problem, and how it's fucking up our favourite titles. So stick around, smash that like button, and if you're already pissed with me, let's dive into this mess. So first and foremost, pacing. This is probably what my biggest fucking gripe is. I think games in the past used to be very tight. You know, every second meant something. Now you've got, you know, devs who are scared shitless to make a game short for whatever reason. And, you know, even if you take the recent game, you know, Silent Hill 2 remake, the original game was actually only 9 hours long. It was creepy ass and it was a masterpiece. The remake that I actually played this year is actually double that. It was 18 to 20 hours of dragging your ass through fucking extra corridors and pointless bullshit for no better reason. Yes, it looks amazing, but it honestly felt like a slog. All that padding that developers are putting in literally kills any tension, and you're just sitting over here like, get to the fucking point already, you know, let's keep the game interesting, let's keep it fresh, but all that padding just slows it down to a halt. Then you've got one of my actual favourite titles, the original anyway, was Final Fantasy VII. I think the remake is okay. I do think it has problems. It's gorgeous as hell, the combat's slick, but fuck me, the original Midgar was 8 hours long. Now, I get it, they're going to stretch it out anyway because it's a singular title, but they stretch that shit out to fucking 30 hours. Some of it's cool, so you get more character stuff, but then you're stuck in the fucking goddamn sewer section, out back in like some shitty rerun, and it's literally there for no other reason than being filler, plain and simple. And it drags down what could have been a really tight as fuck, nicely paced story. Do not get me started on Rebirth. That fucking cunt's 50 hours long. Now, I did like Rebirth for the first 20 hours, but after that, it is so bloody repetitive. You're just wanting to get through to the next story beat. And I get people do like that game, and that's probably going against the grain. But for me, there is so much bloat there that they could have tiered that game back and actually had a much better experience. And I get it, it's a trilogy, but fuck me, stop jerking us about with just busy work and actually get a good story and a good progression in terms of how the game is actually played and paced. Do you know what? There's actually a good point for this. So Resident Evil 2 Remake, that is, in my opinion, that's how you fucking do it. It's short, sweet, it's about 8 to 10 hours tops. And actually, to be fair, even all the new Resident Evils do quite well on this, I'll give them that. And Resident Evil 2 is perfect. Zombies everywhere, you've got puzzles that don't really waste your time. Story hooks you without all the fluff. Quality over quantity. And it proves you don't need to shove in bullshit to make it a great game. That's what other games need to start taking note. If you had an extra 10 hours in that game, you're going to just take away from what it basically is. And we can keep going with the padded, you know, bullshit. We've got God of War Ragnarok, God of War 2018, badass 20-25 hour ride. Every axe swing was on point. Ragnarok, to me, it's not a bad game, but it's 40 plus hours of side quest checklists and extra realms that half the time just feel like filler. Same with a game I actually really high, The Last of Us Part 2. First game is a 15 hour gut punch. Part 2 is 25 to 30 hours. Is scavenging and fights that just won't fucking end a lot of the time. But if that game had a few hours taken off, once again, better experience. And it's not just that. Like, I'm a huge Metal Gear fan. Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain could have been a slick stealth hit. But nope, you've got 40 to 50 hours of, you know, sneaking through the same shit and managing a base I don't give a fuck about. Jedi Survivor. Great story. You know, you got badass lightsaber shit, but that's padded to 20 plus hours of backtracking. Some pointless missions that turn a 12-hour gem into a chore. Devs think longer is better, but I'm pretty much over here thinking, no, that's not the case. Respect my time. Have a game that actually makes it impactful for everything that you're doing, and not just bloated for the sake of it. But it does get worse, because this filler obsession, it's actually fucking over a lot of developers too. You know, budgets are through the roof. You've got 200 to 300 million for AAA shit. All that padding isn't cheap. You know, more levels. If the game tanks, the studio is fucked. Look at Anthem, Marvel's Avengers, huge budgets, tons of filler, and then when they flop, BioWare and Square Enix are fucking left bleeding. You know, back in the day, smaller budgets basically meant less risk, You know, short games could still make bank. Now it's all or nothing and the bloat's a fucking liability. And it bleeds into dev time, development time on the games. You know, it's an eternity now. PS2 days, we got new games every couple of years. Now, Grand Theft Auto to Grand Theft Auto 6 from 5. That's 2013 to late 2025. That's 12 fucking years. Dragon Age Inquisition to the Field 2014 to 2024. That's a decade. Even Elden Ring, so FromSoft, they used to pump out Dark Souls pretty much every 2 to 3 years. Elden Ring took 5 years, obviously thanks to the sprawling world. All it means is we're twiddling our thumbs while devs grind out shit half of us skip anyway, is the truth of it. Now, the real kicker, games are actually everywhere now. So you've got PS Plus, you've got Game Pass. I've got about 50 fucking titles lined up. Back in the day when you did buy a game, you played it, you moved on, supply was thin, so a tight 10-hour run was gold. Now, if I'm playing a backlog and I see a 40-hour slog full of filler, I just haven't got the time, I just don't want to play it. The abundance of games now makes the bloat unbearable. We're not starving for hours anymore, so why the hell are we drowned in all padding that just needs cut? Think about a good movie, okay? So say The Dark Knight, that's 2.5 hours of tight, gripping shit that leaves you pumped. Or you take a TV season like Breaking Bad, there's no fat. The pacing is what makes you enjoy it, not begging for it at the end. So games used to feel like that. You know, they were short, punchy, memorable. Now it's all busy work. Fetch this, scavenge that, repeat the bullshit. Now I'm not here to clock in like it's a fucking job. I want to enjoy a game, not pray for the credits. And I'm sure a lot of people listening to this feel the same way. So, you know, a fair point is, some of you fucking weirdos love this crap. You know, longer games, more bang for your buck. You know, extra world building bullshit. But when the filler just fucks the pacing, bankrupts studios, delays sequels by a decade, just feels pointless with all these options, I'm done. I'd rather replay a tight 10-hour banger than slog through 40 hours of fluff or wait forever for the next one. So what about yous? You know, are you happy with the bloat? Do you not mind the wait? Or do you miss, you know, the short kick-ass games that just don't waste your life? So that's my rant. You know, too much goddamn fillers screwing gaming. Devs are stressed. Budgets, in my opinion, are insane. Libraries are full of it. So tell me your favourite bloated piece of crap in the comments. Smash the like button if you're as pissed as I am, and hit the bell if you don't miss the next one.